everybody, and welcome back to Talking with Talent. My name is Christopher Dukes, and with me today, I have the incredible sensation across the internet, the AMH Band, or Adam and the Metal Hawks. So, a huge thank you, guys. A huge thank you for joining us. You guys honestly have completely rocked internet over the last, you've just blown up in the last few months, and it's so well deserved. But we'll get on to a bit more of the what's happened recently a little later on. But I think I do this with a lot of my the people that come on, as I've just said before we joined the recording. We do a lot of interviews with actors and creatives. What I ask everyone as we start is, how did it all begin for you guys? Do you guys, well, yeah, how did you form, I guess?
Right, you want to answer that one?
Yeah, I think I probably answered this one the best.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
no offense, no bragging rights.
No, exactly.
But
Ryan's been through it all.
This goes back like years before we even thought about going. So about 7 years ago, when I was 14 and Johnny was 11, we met at a school talent show where I was singing with a friend, and Johnny was in this band of 12-year-olds called Metal Hawks, whatever. And then their singer left. And then the drummer's brother, who was in my grade, literally tracked me down to get in touch with me about joining the band or whatever. Came in auditions. They pretty much had me on the spot, like, dude, you're in or whatever. And then but then our drummer quit about a year later. And then Johnny met Alex at a music store where they used to take lessons at. And Johnny was like, hey, I think I found our new drummer. And sure enough, we did. We've been with him for about 5 years now.
Nice.
And then I started playing bass when we couldn't find anybody to fill that role. So for a time, I was doing bass and vocals, and that's how it was for about 3 years or so. So fast forward to 2019, about 2 years ago, our management at the time was working on a solo project with Adam over here, and they needed a backing band to play this stuff live. And our one manager goes, hey, I know this band called Metal Hawks. They're kind of young, but they're wicked talented, and I think it could be a good fit. And sure enough, not only was he a good fit, but it just became a totally different monster, which was Adam and the Metal Hawks, or AMH.
Yeah. At first, actually, Adam was he was working with this management, and the management wanted us as a hired hand to play these originals that he had for Adam to sing, and then for us to play it at a live show or whatever. And then once we actually started playing together, we were like, this is unreal. This is awesome. Yeah. So we had to just full send it. All right, we're a band now, Adam and the Metal Hawks.
Yeah.
That's what we just went like that.
Took the two groups and smushed them together.
Exactly. Really what happened. The name really tells the story, which is kind of weird. It's not just even though it is a sentence, it does sound like a sentence, the name, but
that's why we have AMH.
That's why we go by AMH, exactly. Yeah.
So is that actually how you guys go now? Is you're known as, because obviously the full name is Adam and the Metal Hawks, but do people tend to just call you AMH? Sorry.
We're embracing the AMH acronym. We have our handles on most of our social media are just AMH Band, just to make sure people know that we're a band also,
Yeah.
But yeah, AMH, feels good. It's like EVH, GBF right now, Greta Van Fleet.
It works. It absolutely. I mean, I was actually quite surprised when I came across the full name. I was like, oh, all right. I genuinely thought you guys were just called AMH, which still works. It's great.
It stands for something.
Yeah.
So you're on about sort of how a few of you are having lessons. Are you all classically trained? Is it something that you've learned from rote? Did you just pick up the guitar and find you were gifted, or bass, drums, singing?
I mean, we've taken lessons, but I don't think we necessarily go by the book anymore. It's kind of more like a reference point or whatever. But I think Eddie Van Halen had to think about if you always got to go by the book, how you're supposed to come up with anything new, you're bound within those walls. So whenever you come up with something new, you're kind of writing your own book, and that's what we wanted to.
Yeah. Nice.
When I was in high school, I actually pretty much always had a drum tutor. Just because I was taking NISMA with my school band. I don't know if you know what NISMA is. It's just you have to play a hard piece and perform in front of a judge, and then just goes into your school record or something like that. Nice. But that was really just with the school. So that's really probably one of the main reasons I took drum classes for or whatever. But besides that, I mean, it's really just oh, my drum lessons are with the band, you know, like this is getting new originals and, you know, finding new things.
Hey, but if you never took those drum lessons, we would have never met.
That's true, exactly. That's what I'm
Everything
saying,
happens for a reason.
And honestly, like, you gave me my chops, you know? Yeah, so I mean, you need a foundation to work off of. And also, like, my dad was also a guitarist, so music was just always in the family. When I was like 2, I like not even knowing what drums were. I just got the pots, got some chopsticks, with straw, banging on the pot. I didn't even know what drums were. So I mean, I really don't know where that came with my mind, but I guess I
mean,
know.
when I was younger, I took one voice lesson, and I was like, "This isn't for me. No voice lessons. I'm good." And
the question for you, Adam, actually, is you've got a killer range. Like, it is insane. And obviously, like I said, there's a lot of actors that watch this, and so a lot of musical theatre actors as well, which would sell their soul for your range. And how do you find, because obviously there's so much about working your break from, you know, falsetto to having that power falsetto that you've absolutely mastered. Have you got any tips for anyone looking to stretch that range and have that rock quality to your, like, you know, that top register, which you just sail through? It's really impressive.
What's his name?
all right, I'll give you a little inside scoop here.
Is to sell your soul.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
So I would say, I mean, so I think my background kind of shaped my voice. You know, through high school and middle school, I played the trumpet in the school band. So that, I'm sure, impacted my lung capacity and the power of air that I can push. And then just coming from a musical theater background, I mean, you talk about some Broadway people. Like, I would love to go on Broadway. You know, I was very influenced by Les Mis and Phantom of the Opera when I was a kid. And I started in that theater space. So definitely, I would say the number one thing for hitting those high notes and having the control up there is just air. You know, air control, diaphragm control. You know, that we're getting very technical terms and nerdy here, like voice nerds. They know what I'm talking about.
They'll get it. They'll get it.
Yeah, so I would just say, like, you know, air is just the biggest component. You know, even when you're singing low or you're singing super softly, it's always about the air and the control.
I say, yeah, because you do have an insane, I've watched your well, there's quite a few where you actually rattle up through the ladder, as it will, and I'm going, that must be the top. Oh, good God, no, he's still going. It is outstanding. It is outstanding. So you guys actually went on to American Idol, if I heard correctly. You guys worked together.
I was on American Idol in 2015. Before any of the band started or anything, I just kind of went on a whim. There was a thing in Disney World at the time that gave you a little, like, express ticket if you win. It's like a karaoke contest type show.
Right.
If you get a little, like, skip the line magic ticket. So I did that and just kind of went to the judges or going to Hollywood, and it kept going and going. I just kind of went on for fun. And they never told me to go home, so that was good.
Nice.
After the show, you know, I was doing auditions and stuff. I, like, touched on some Broadway auditions, commercials, whatever, and eventually it led to this awesome band.
Yeah. So, just briefly on terms of musicals and Broadway and stuff, do you guys have School of Rock over there yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I auditioned for it.
Yes, yeah. I was hoping you'd say that. I've got to be.
Maybe once Broadway is up and running again, I'll get the call. Maybe that'd be good. Yeah, I'd love to jump on a run of that. You know, embrace the Jack Black. It'd be good.
Before all of this, I was actually in, like, a band where, like, the teacher kind of makes the band, and it was actually called School of Rock, which is funny. I was actually just thinking about that now, which is all comes full circle, you know. And I got Jack Black, you know. Now, yeah, exactly.
Was that on television?
Oh no! I was like a little, like, kid coming out of middle school.
Okay. You know? Maybe you're thinking of the movie, like, School of Rock.
Yeah.
Because I remember there was this was about 5 years ago or so. There was like there was basically, they did School of Rock, but as a TV series where it was actual real you know.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
I didn't know
watched
about that.
it. I never watched it.
I was definitely not on there. Yeah. I wasn't that cool back then. Yeah.
But
I'm still not that cool, but just a little bit more cool.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
so sort of skipping ahead slightly and going to kind of the last 2 years, really. So how was that? How was that not only sort of, I guess, for your band, but I guess emotionally and all of it, because you kind of erupted over, over the COVID era, if you will. That's a new term now, COVID era. And you hit TikTok and the socials, and you started, and like I was actually just scrolling back right to the start of your Instagram page and sort of seeing the momentum building, and then all of a sudden you guys erupted. That must have been quite sort of, holy shit, this is happening right now. How was that process for you guys?
Especially when it was first happening, yeah. Like I remember like first blowing up on TikTok when we were still doing like the bull videos, and it was like it started out with one like Loudwire article about us, and then a week later there's like 10 or 100 articles written about us. So it was really getting crazy, and like our social media numbers was like, oh my god, we hit 10,000 followers. That's crazy. Yeah. And now look at us now, like freaking 730,000 followers later.
Yeah.
But we're thankful for all of them.
We hopped on TikTok in our first week. We actually have like a whole I don't know if you can see that little board right there, but our first week we got 100K followers, which was pretty insane, which was like, that's wow. Insane. I think our first video that ever like blew up was us playing Sweet Home Alabama. I don't know if you know like the cliche, like it's just very like incestual, like kind of I don't know, like that's what's played like during incestual kind of thing.
I want to cut this part out right here. This is cancelable.
No, but like that's the joke though. That's the joke. Yeah, I mean like there's no sugarcoating it. That was a joke, and that's why it went viral. That's why it went viral. So I mean, like, yeah.
You know what's weird though, is that is not how that song is perceived here. At least that's for me. I mean,
oh no, in New York, I mean that's how it's perceived. Yeah. That's weird though. Why the perspective changes. That's not
cool.
Yeah.
That is pretty.
Yeah, but TikTok on the whole is it's more about trends and memes and stuff. So when we jumped on there, we knew it wasn't just going to be like, we're a band, here's our music, now rolling in the views, we had to adapt and make sure that we're kind of in line with the content that TikTok likes, and I think we hit it pretty good, and especially once we did the Jack Black thing, we were getting so many comments like, you're Jack Black's cousin, you're his son, you're his twin, it was always funny, and so we had to all right, we got to try to get his reaction to us, and it worked. It was cool.
What was actually crazy is on Jack Black's page, like when we had all this hype building up, and we were like up to like day 5 or day 4 of just keep on posting videos of till Jack Black duets us. We had people on his account on his most recent video or whatever he posted saying, AMH Band, have to go duet like literally like harassing him, telling him. I swear to you, I think every other comment was somebody saying go duet AMH.
We
I was just like,
started an army.
It was an army. It was the AMH
I actually
army.
felt bad for Jack Black.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was
mine.
Yeah. But hopefully that means to be able to meet him. That'd be cool.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. And his video got like 70 million views on his account, which is like
absolutely incredible. I mean, that's actually, I think that was the first video I saw of you guys. And it absolutely blew my mind. I mean, and how was that? Because that must have been quite like, oh my God, he's actually responded.
I didn't think it would actually happen, to tell you the truth. Like I was just home like after work one day, just like scrolling through my For You page, and I just randomly see like the Jack Black duet on my For You page. And then I go up to my dad who's in the other room. I'm like, Dad, look what happened. And he goes, you did it, guys. So that was insanely awesome. That's like a once in a lifetime thing. So of course you gotta take that in.
Yeah. God, yeah. I mean, yeah, absolutely. That is a monumental. You need that framed. Like, get that printed out for you all.
I know. That was a great moment.
Yeah.
Now we're actually, I don't know if you know who Mr. Beast is. You don't? Okay, yeah. It's like a popular YouTuber, like influencer kind of thing. Now we're seeing if we can get him to duet us. Because like we're all just big fans of him. Just maybe, by a slim chance he sees our video, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. or just get the army going again. You'll get there.
That's right. You got a call. You got a call. I'm going to forging our next battle.
So yeah, and just quickly, did he actually, aside from you know, obviously recording the duet, did he actually get in touch with you and have a chat at all?
So we sent him a message on Instagram because he followed us on Instagram and he liked the message. And then he likes some of our posts here and there, but we haven't actually like talked to him at all yet.
Okay.
Well, we're hoping that, you know, that the door is open. We can maybe meet him in the future. You know, play a show with him would be amazing.
Maybe we could shoot him another text. Maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get lucky.
Make a School of Rock too. You know, who knows? I don't know. Yeah, that'd be good.
that'd be amazing. But yeah, that really was just it just everywhere I scrolled on Instagram, that was the video that was playing. I was like, this is absolutely taking off. But yeah, and have you got any plans, I guess, now moving forward? Like, that you can share with us, you know, at the moment? Is there any sort of long-term plans? Obviously, I'm sure you're doing gigs in the States. How is things there? You know, have things opened back up for live events?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, like,
we are starting to see like a slow like uptick of numbers, but that's among like unvaccinated people. Again, that's your choice, whatever. But we've been trying to stay open for the most part. We're still having shows around here and whatnot. We got a festival booked in Virginia for September on the East Coast, so that's gonna be pretty sick. That's Wood Talk. We're headlining with PD Pablo. Did I say his name right this time?
Yes, you did.
So.
Yeah.
I've been messing up his name on every single interview. I swear to God.
This is the main one. Fine.
Plenty of publicity here, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good.
PD publicity.
But yeah.
But yeah, we actually we had a festival booked on the calendar last summer in Switzerland.
Yeah.
And we were going to build it out into a nice like European tour, hit the UK, hit Germany and Ireland. And then of course everything shuts down and restrictions and whatever. So we have that again on our calendar for 2022. And I'm sure we'll be able to build out a nice tour and hopefully meet everybody over there where we have a ton of feedback. You know, greetings from England. I can't wait to see you guys. And we're very excited to come over there too, because we're bringing the rock and roll back, and I think that's where it needs to start. So
that's great. And actually, speaking of, so I was recently listening to your recent original song, "Wasting Time," which I'm gonna say you've got. I mean, this is gonna be just my opinion, but you've got a real sort of old school Guns N' Roses vibe from that. I got picked up from that.
Yeah, pretty AC/DC. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like a lot of our influences come out in our music. You know, we come from a couple of different genres, but all kind of stemming from rock. Mm-hmm. And I feel like we're kind of culminating all of those into our original songs, and just wearing our influences on our sleeve and saying like, you know, these are the musicians that we love, and this is the music that we love, and we want to bring it back.
Yeah.
Adam has a Jack Black tattoo on his chest, which you can't see.
just huge right head.
Exactly.
Having the devil on your back, you'll be fine. It's great.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's fun. He's got a mirror right over his bed, so when he's on stage, he knows who his idol is at all times. You know? Yeah.
So, is there any sort of plans to get anyone else? I know you already said about one, the duet. You're going to try and get Slash to duet with you or anything like this? Just go through everything.
But actually,
I don't even know if he's on TikTok, to be honest.
No, but actually his girlfriend shared us on her Instagram story or whatever, and a post whatever. I was like, oh yeah, Slash.
So he's definitely seen us at least.
Yeah, he knows who we are. So
same with Sharon Osbourne, also shared stuff on Instagram. So hopefully Ozzy, in whatever state he's in, was able to see it. I don't know if he understood what he was seeing, but at least the legends are seeing it. So that's really awesome. Yeah,
it is incredible that it has snowballed that much. That you've got these giants of the industry checking you guys out and supporting you and cheering you guys on. It's honestly just so fantastic. But again, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm not going to hold you any longer because these guys have been doing interviews for literally the last 6 hours of this day. And so,
No, man, more questions. I mean, just keep them coming. Yeah, I mean, we love doing this. I mean, we love talking to you. You're a great guy.
We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Really.
no, of course. But yeah, I guess I mean, to be fair, you've already answered the inspiration stuff. Actually, I was going to ask about that. But do you have any sort of more? A few more questions. Why not? Why not?
Why not? We're here now.
Alex, in terms of your your drumming style and all this sort of stuff, do you have any inspiration away from like rock and metal music? Like, do you pull inspiration from anyone else, like sort of old school jazz, original R&B?
Yeah. I mean, my inspiration was all over the place. I mean, like when I was in high school, I was in the jazz band, but like when I was really growing up, I mean, I loved like Travis Barker, listening to like Blink-182, like Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl, Taylor Hawkins, Mike Portnoy. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's like in a ton of bands. If you name a band, he's probably been in it. You know what I'm saying?
As a matter of fact, from the time of this interview up until about now, Mike Portnoy has joined 3 new projects.
Impressive. That's good.
Possibly, who knows? But like, yeah, I mean, all those people have just like really just created one thing. I love like Travis Barker's like more upbeat kind of like punky style, where I love like Mike Portnoy's just like double bass and his double bass fills and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of combined the two. And because before these guys, I was actually in a punk band. But then when Johnny came around, he's like, "Oh, I got this awesome rock band." He's like, "That you gotta join."
Yeah.
I took the rock band because obviously I had to tone it down a bit because you're not gonna have like these crazy punk fills and all that crap in like a rock song. But I took the aspects from the punk into the rock, and it kind of made this like this new thing. And I really like it. It gives it like that new like pop. And this new single that's coming out right now, I feel like it really shows all of that. It has that Travis Barker kind of feel to it, but then it has also that like cool other side to it. You'll see. I mean, it's tough to explain on camera, but it's coming out like end of summer, so it's gonna be a good one now. I think it really showcases all of us, really.
Yeah. I mean, each of you are fantastic, like super talented artists. And Ryan, in terms of you're playing the bass, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm the bass player.
Yeah. Do you play sort of any other styles, in like the upright bass, or any sort of, or is it plainly just electric?
Well, funny story. I actually started out as a drummer myself.
Right.
So
Okay.
So when I was like 3, my aunt got me a drum set for Christmas, and I just beat the hell out of it, like Keith Moon style or whatever. But then a few years later, I just got more serious into it again, taking lessons. I was also in jazz band and marching band in high school, like he was.
Oh yeah, I was in marching band too. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. 3 out of 4 of us are band geeks, so.
Yeah, we're all band geeks. It's all good.
We feel normal here. But then when I was about 10, I started picking up guitar just out of sheer boredom.
Right.
And then obviously that transitioned into bass when I had to start playing and picking up whatever. And then singing was kind of by accident. So my friend I did the middle school talent show with, he moved in from Queens, like which is more close to like New York City.
Yeah.
And our main talking point was like we liked a very similar kind of music, which was unheard of for me. Because like here I was like in my crib as a baby. And my dad's like blasting like Poison on the stereo or whatever, and then everybody else is like listening to like Miley Cyrus, Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, whatever else. To have that was like actually awesome. And then my friend was like, "Hey, why don't we just do a talent show together? I can't sing, but fuck it, And that's what we did for like 2 years. And the second time around, sure enough, I met Johnny.
Yeah, nice.
Basically, Ryan plays every instrument. Is that what I heard? It really does.
Basically does.
It really does.
I can make my own album if I wanted to, but honestly, there's no other group of guys that I would ever want to be on a band with. I mean, to me, this is it.
Yeah.
You have such cohesion. It's really great to see, and you've got wonderful chemistry on camera as well. You certainly know how to. I mean, and honestly, you've been doing these probably off an iPhone or a phone camera for the best of the last 2 years, and even it looks fantastic. It's really well filmed. Even the ones where you're holding them up For some
That's a shout out to
like,
some of the videos to Johnny's brother over here. He's always coming to practices every now and then.
Shout out to Sean.
Exactly. Sean Barry.
I'll tag him.
Good job.
Yeah.
And Adam's arm.
And Adam's
It's just
great
Adam's
arm.
arm.
Yep.
So, yeah, sometimes we're in selfie mode. I gotta get the right angle,
Yeah.
and then I gotta get that position good.
Exactly. And my mom sometimes too. She comes in
Yes,
clutch.
occasionally.
Yeah. When
Occasionally.
Sean can't make it, I call my mom. So yeah.
Need a favor.
Yeah.
One thing that always crosses my mind though when I'm watching your videos, obviously most of the time you're shooting the TikTok video style ones. They're outside. Have you ever had? Because you've got a beautiful garden in the background. Has
Thank
anyone ever complained though? Because
So our neighbor actually, no one's really complained to the point like where like, oh, you guys suck. There's none of that. Like actually the people right behind us, they have a band too, like a little bit older, but like they're in like they're playing, they're having a good time. But the next door neighbors just had a baby, so like whenever it hits like past 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm like, all right, guys, as much as I want to keep on playing,
Yeah.
we have to be respectful sometimes.
yeah, of course.
Definitely.
Yeah, they are absolutely brilliant. They're absolutely fantastic. And I'll share your music video for Wasting Time on the page as well because it's really funny to watch as well. It's,
Thank you, bro.
of course. Anything we can do to spread the word, get you guys, hitting the charts, getting you the gold disc.
Yeah, hopefully we've got people in India. I know we're following India. You check out the numbers on our Instagram. It's not that
I don't know.
much, so maybe
I don't know
we'll
if it's
go
one of
up.
our top ones, but I know like Brazil is like it's like fucking huge. and then you guys over in the UK is gigantic. Canada also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and US is
All over
obviously
the
pretty
place.
big. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, we want to just try to hit the world and just bring fun back after a year of bullshit and
Yeah, exactly.
lockdowns and no fun. We want to bring the fun back. So
Yeah.
That's a good
all
mantra. Good.
corners of the world.
Take the power back,
And
Yeah.
it's weird how we're getting like this like in our neighborhood, like people are just recognizing us. So, like I went to like a baseball game the other day. I'm sure Adam gets recognized right when he gets out of his car, Yeah.
I just wake up and
Yeah, exactly.
someone throws a rock through my window. Are you that guy? Are you that guy?
Yeah, exactly.
Tell them about the parking ticket.
Crazy.
Not the parking ticket.
Oh no.
Well, the other day, I got pulled over and they were like, license registration, please. And then they come back and they're like, you're the guy from TikTok, aren't you? Oh, yeah, I knew it. You're the Jack Black guy. Just be safe out there. It was
There we go.
pretty
It's
unreal.
already paying off.
Yeah.
He got he didn't get points on his license and his
That's brilliant. Oh, that's outstanding. That's so good. And sorry, Johnny on guitar. Kind of same question for you as the rest of the guys as well. Just quickly. How do you obviously mainly your acoustic/electric guitar? Do you sort of dabble in any other sort of styles or genres, even when it's not necessarily for the band? Like, do you enjoy
Not really.
The
I
name?
usually use classic rock. My biggest influencer is Eddie Van Halen.
Okay, nice.
Since the beginning, I've just always been following him.
Yeah.
So I kind of, they come out with the punk. We got every little aspect comes together really nicely. It's really amazing.
Yeah. That's fantastic. It's really cool, and it's so great to see you guys. And as you said, Adam, spreading the joy, spreading the fun. And I think what a great mantra to take along. You're certainly doing that. You've brought a smile to millions of people's faces, and so congratulations, even just for that. That's fantastic. So just keep doing what you're doing. It is honestly fantastic.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait until you get to come to the UK, and I'll definitely be your
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, sometimes we'll get Instagram DMs, like when we were blowing up with the bowls, like, I don't know if you ever knew that era. We had bowls in our head, we used to smack each other with water bottles. Yeah, probably have. But we'll get like Instagram DMs of like families actually getting together. They'll send us videos of them with just getting bowls over their heads. I'm like, this is great. Bringing people together. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, even if that becomes your thing that you're known for, I mean, hell, run with it. Great.
Yeah, I think we're more known for Jack Black now than the bowls. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's the next step. You get a bowl on his head,
Exactly.
you've made it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Combine the two, and we're good.
Yeah.
Done deal.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, guys, thank you so much again for joining me. We're going to wrap it up there because, again, you've been very kind in giving me your time. And as the last interview of the day, I'm sure you're all exhausted. You've had to pass out on the in the sun wherever you're at.
We'll go grab
Yeah.
some food and relax. And we're going back to the studio, work on our new song.
Right after this.
It's gonna be great.
It's working.
Well, yeah, keep on at it, keep on at it. But again, thank you so much, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. Everybody, this is the AMH Band. Check them out on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. All the links will be below. I'll share some of the videos as well, and you can check them out, follow their progress. And when they come to the UK, my UK viewers, go and see them. I'll be going there. I'll be in the audience.
Yeah. You will.
Right.
You're on the
Keep
guest
updated.
list. You're on the guest list.
That's Liz. Chris Dukes.
Well, thank you very much, guys. And everyone out there, stay safe and stay creative. And we'll see you next time.